Everybody, Hank B here with Josh T, and we are our Two
Sense
Cents
Media.
Media. So, as we said before, we're trying to do this new format so we can get this reviews out faster. Pardon our backdrops, we will be working on something in the upcoming weeks, but we felt content was more important than worrying about what's behind us. So,
Yeah, and all
we
that
both
fancy mumbo jumbo.
we just got done individually watching Mandalorian Season 3, Episode 3. And we're coming to you with our live review. Now, obviously, the episode just came out, so spoilers. We got to be careful. We got to start saying that because we're going to be coming out with these reviews so much quicker. Spoiler warnings, we're going to probably be talking about stuff about the show. So if you have not seen the episode yet, come back to us after you've watched the episode. So, that being said, how did you feel about the episode?
I liked it at first. It had the action in there, had Ginger Inn, Bo-Katan, and then it went to that cutscene after their little battle, and then it went to a whole completely different thing. I mean, I'm sure it'll tie in somewhere, but it was freaking boring. And I'm sure it'll, like I said, tie in a way to something in the future, but I wanted to watch The Mandalorian, not a scientist that was trying to do good and then getting backstabbed by another chick that yeah. And then the ending of it was good, but it should have been the scene that was after, they warped or did the space jump. I just felt like that whole middle scene wasn't necessary. I don't know. What do you think?
As you said, I mean, it's obviously setting up something. Beginning part with the Mandalorians was pretty cool, and then when we cut there, I was like, oh, we're going to get a little scene, and then we're going to go back. I was like, what the hell? The whole episode's this. Obviously, I didn't trust her from the beginning. She's up to something. It is going to be interesting to see what she's up to, because you're like, what side is she playing? What's her ultimate goal? Now, the character is interesting because there was originally talks when this character first appeared on Mandalorian that are we seeing like undercover Sabine Wren, but I think that's been blown out of the water. Which Sabine Wren was from Rebels. And the whole tie-in, because the Ahsoka show wasn't out yet, the idea was maybe that was going to lead to an Ahsoka, and it was going to lead to them trying to find Ezra Bridger, which was possibly what the Ahsoka show was about. So there was a lot of rumors going on about that character because of who was playing it and how she was playing.
I did think it was kind of funny, that one scene where the taxi driver's driving the dude and his head just goes.
That's kind of a. I believe that's kind of a throwback to Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. Get Your Ass to Mars. I am blanking on the title. Total Recall, because I think the Ted robot did that. And back to the end of the Mandalorian, I did think it was interesting, and the way they welcome Bo-Katan, I think that's going to be turned into like a redeeming arc for her, because you could see kind of like, even without seeing her face, you could see like through body movements, it seemed like she was surprised and almost relieved at the acceptance she was getting right off the bat. Whereas she'd obviously been ostracized by the rest of the Mandalorians, and here they're just like, hey, you're one of us as long as you don't take your helmet off. So I have a feeling,
thought that was pretty cool.
So and it's going to be cool if she remains a character on the show. I don't think she takes away from Jim Dirt, Joe Dirt.
Jim Dirt.
I don't think she takes away from his character, so it'd be interesting.
Yeah. I'm curious to see of how long Bo-Katan holds on to her helmet, keeps it on.
Well, kind of thinking about it, since she saw the creature, we know the waters are good. This could be a whole bring all the Mandalorians back to the old way. Because the waters bring them all back. Maybe that's the future of the Mandalorians, is taking like 5 steps back and reforming and coming back under the old ways. I don't know. That's like way down the road, but it was an idea I thought I kind of had at the end of the episode as well.
Yeah, I mean, that one planet's safe for them to return to. It's like, why not go visit one day?
And there's a lot that could be done, especially with the technology that's supposedly there. I have a quick question for you. Were you frustrated with the fact that they were so dismissive of Imperial tech and were just willing to destroy everything?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many things that you can use through that, and it's like, okay, I mean, it's like Iran dissecting U.S. weapons that you're being
Yeah,
captured in Ukraine. They're reverse engineering our weapons.
I mean, yeah, I'm kind of with you. I'm like, the machines still work. Why are we? It's like I'm going to tear down a droid to build a different droid just because you were the one that owned the droid. That makes no sense. Just reprogram the fucking droid. Excuse my language. Just reprogram the droid. Why tear it
Yeah.
down and rebuild it? But I could kind of understand dude's frustration when it came to that part.
Your screen lagged a little bit there. It was kind of funny. You
That's
paused.
good.
And you're like,
Okay, that'll be interesting. So, any
I
final
still need to
thoughts
talk,
about the
though.
episode?
I just kind of wish there was more Mando Bo-Katan action. I mean, I kind of feel like that scene could have came in bits and pieces, and other scenes maybe along the show. But I mean, I'm here to watch this guy with this baby
Yeah.
down here, and it's like don't really care about the scientist too much in that. I mean, it is interesting. There was good parts that were interesting, but I just felt that didn't need to be in that whole thing, be a part of this whole, like, it was the whole show.
Yeah.
So hopefully
It pulled
next week's
away
will be.
from. Yeah, it pulled away from what Mandalorian
It
you
pulled
feel
the
is about.
it pulled the Book of Bubba.
Yeah,
Book of Bubba.
it pulled the Mandalorian 2.5. I got you. So going into that, what's your current scent rating on that episode?
I'm gonna give it a 6. I mean, a lot of stuff was cool about it, but it was mostly boring. 6 to me is kind of a long way from 10, even though it is one of my favorite shows. But hopefully the next episode will pick it up.
I actually agree with you. I'm also giving it a 6. While there was some good action in it, high five. Okay, there. While there was some good action in the beginning and the end, I mean, towards the end, you had some cool flying scenes and stuff like that. I think the story of what was starting to develop with the scientist and that tech comm officer, or whatever she was, I think that's going to be interesting later on. So I'm not willing to just totally dismiss it yet. I'm not saying you are either. I'm just saying, yeah, it felt a little boring, but I was trying to have fun reading into what the hell she was doing, because she was obviously
Right.
playing him from the start.
Yeah, she seems pretty fake from the beginning. I kind of picked up on that too.
So
Yeah.
I bet you she's trying to restore Moff Gideon's brainwaves, because they probably did lobotomize his ass. But
Maybe,
we shall see.
Yep. We'll
So
get there.
that's our 2 cents. That's my 2 cents. That's his 2 cents. We'd like to hear your 2 cents. And we will be back next week for episode 4.